Hello, my name is Pratap Manna. Today I am going to discuss about a painting medium, that is tempera. Okay. In tempera we have seen five main medium means prime process are there. First one is egg tempera, then oil tempera, then there is polymer tempera, gum tempera, and casing tempera. Okay. Tempera was a old and ancient medium. Earlier it was used as a mural, okay, for dynasties like Egyptian dynasty, Babylonia, Greece, and in Christian churches also they used tempera for decorating their church walls. Okay, in catacombs also we have seen tempera paintings. Temper, the word tempera derived from a verb that is temper, means it is the medium is based on a dust pigment colors which is then mixed with a gum or fresh egg yolk. Okay, then after that we use little bit water and then we're going to use it on paper, canvas or wood. Okay, tempera is a very durable medium and it's a very good medium to enrich your skills. In tempera, for example, if you use tempera in wood, which was earlier used, like in wood, if we use in wood, then we're going to first take a clean wood surface, and on that particular wood surface, we're going to use gesso, for a first layer coating. Then, after completing the gesso coating, we're going to use the color or the pigment. But when going to use the pigment, with that we will use egg yolk. Like for example, if we take the egg, there's two part is there. One is a solid part, that is yolk, and the other part is white surface, white part. So we're going to first separate the white part from the yolk, and we'll only take the yolk part, that yellow part only. Okay, and that yellow part act as a binder with the dust or the earth color, or we can also say ground color. Okay, so what we're going to do, first we'll take out the white part and we're going to mix water with it. The water and the yolk has to be, there is a percentage has to be 50-50, and we'll put it in a small glass bowl or a glass can sort of thing, and we will going to put it there. So whenever we're going to use the color or the dust pigment, we will going to add that mixture, your yolk and water mixture. Okay, so this process is used in case of egg tempera. In when we're going to use oil tempera or the oil tempera process, in oil tempera process we're going to use dust color only, but with that dust color we're going to use linseed oil as a binder. Okay, so we're going to use linseed oil and the dust color and mix them and make a paste, and we're going to use them. In polymer tempera, it's a different sort of tempera. It's basically used in Mexican murals. Like artists like Diego Rivera, he has used this polymer tempera. And gum tempera, this gum tempera is specially used in India. Like we have seen in India, we basically use vegetable gums. The gum, organic gum that we get from the plants. So like gum acacia, that is used with the dust pigment colors, and then we're going to use them on the paper. So basically gum tempera is used in India, and this egg tempera process is mostly we found this sort of technique in European artist works. They prefer egg tempera more than gum tempera. Okay, and the casing one, they rarely find this tempera. In casing we will going to see milk. Their substance comes out from milk, and we'll use those substance with dust color, and then we'll put it in the our painting. So first we are going to discuss about the process, how we are going to do the tempera process in a paper. For example, first we will take a sheet of paper, like for example this is a sheet of paper. First we will going to give a coating of gesso coating. Okay, first we will give gesso coating. Then when then the second part comes, where we are going to transfer the main drawing on this particular surface. So how are we going to transfer the main drawing? For example, this is another sheet of paper where we have drawn something. We are going to transfer this drawing onto this main surface or the main paper where we are going to work on tempera process. So in this sketch or the preliminary sketch, we'll put we'll perforate the lines, outline or the contour lines with needle. Okay, and then we will take this paper and put it on this main surface, and we will use charcoals, a bag which is full of charcoals, and we'll use the dabbing process or pointing process. Through this perforated these perforations, the drawings will come here like a tracing process. Okay, so this is in this way we're going to transfer the preliminary drawing from preliminary drawing to onto the main surface in this process. After that, what we are going to do, then comes the color part. In color part, we will take the egg yolk, and we will mix that yolk with water, and we will take little bit of pigment color. So first what we are going to do, we will give a wash, tempera wash. That can be a semi-transparent one, or sometimes it can be a semi-opaque one. It depends upon the individual artist how he deals his painting. So first we will give a wash. Then what we will do in tempera, the drawing or whatever subject is there, by shading and modeling, we will going to get it through cross hatching process. Okay, we will use this cross hatching process. Through this cross hatching process, we will get the modeling or the shading part of the subject or the object present here on this particular main surface drawing. And after completing the whole drawing, we will for example, we can take a spoon and we can press the spoon in a roundish way. Then what happens, all the layers of paint will get stuck together properly, and we'll get a good gloss effect on it, like we'll get it in acrylic color. Okay, so in this way you can do a tempera painting. Like I'm going to give you some example of tempera paintings, like oil tempera painting. In oil paint, Leonardo da Vinci has done some beautiful work in oil tempera painting, that is like Last Supper. And in egg tempera, you can say Santi Botticelli's work, like Birth of Venus, or we can also see Giotto's work also. He has also done some great beautiful works on egg tempera process. And in our Ravi Verma, the artist Ravi Verma, he has also used oil tempera process in his works. And in gum tempera also the process is same, only in place of yolk, this egg yolk, we are going to use gum, that vegetable gum, which is also called as gum acacia. With that we are going to, and it also, when we are going to paint in tempera, we are going to paint in egg tempera process. The amount of egg or the yolk we will take, or we will mix with the color, that has to be we have to be think about the amount properly, because only that amount we are going to mix with the paint whatever we will going to use on that particular day. So it depends upon the time limit also. So in this way you can apply. Okay, I hope you can understand the process well. So when you're going to do a practical work, we'll get to know about it, or we'll get to learn about it in a better way. Okay, thank you.